Hey guys, I just want to tell you guys about the hoverboard situation. The hoverboard situation. You see, 3 decades ago, back in 1989, the movie Back to the Future predicted 3 solid decades ago that we, in either 2013 or 2015, was going to get hoverboards. And the hoverboards we have now are a product of the past predicting the future. The past has always been able to predict the future. I'm just saying. I am just saying. The past predicts the future. Let me make this quite crystal clear to you all. The past accurately, albeit in a different way, accurately predicts the future. And this is a confirmed phenomenon. The past accurately predicts the future long before the future happens. 2 or 3 decades ago, in 1989, the movie Back to the Future, the third movie, accurately predicted that we was going to get hoverboards. And what had happened was that Back to the Future happened to predict that we was going to get hoverboards. And after that, Back to the Future wasn't wrong on that at all. Not wrong on that at all. Because the past predicts the future. If y'all look all throughout history about products, technology, and other things like societal changes that was predicted to have changed, and looking back, even in the 1920s, 1960s, even 1970s, anywhere from the 1900s to 2015, there's been technically or tech-savvy evolution that was predicting future technology. Probably back in the 1800s, the whole thing about phones was being predicted to have happened. And then phones started becoming a thing, and everybody and their mother had one of those old-timey phones where you had to like put the speaker part to your ear, and the speaker part and the audio picking up part of the phone to your mouth to make a call. And somebody yet the past predicted that was going to be a thing. And then we started getting like video calls in this day and age, because somewhere in the past predicted that we was going to be able to FaceTime. That we was going to be able to get food delivered to our house. And that's why Uber Eats, DoorDash came out during this time. Because the whole prediction of us getting our food delivered to us back in the 50s and 60s, maybe the 1940s, that we was going to get our food delivered to us. And then having those funky looking watches that was illustrated to like do all the things that smartwatches are doing, predicted that. And also a lot of things had been predicted in the past to happen in the future. And I know for a fact that that's how it is. Same way with hoverboards that was predicted 3 decades ago. 3 decades ago, the hoverboards were predicted to come out in the 2010s, which was 2 decades before 1989 and 2 decades after the hoverboard started becoming a thing in the 2010s. And the movie accurately predicted that we was going to get hoverboards 2 decades before 2013 or 2015. 2 decades before the 2010s rolled around. The past can predict the future, guys. It is true. If you watch the 1989's Back to the Future Part 3, it scarily accurately predicted 2 decades before the 2010s rolled around that we was going to get hoverboards in either 2013 or 2015. That's how accurately predicting the future based on the past was going to happen. And that's just how it is. That is a confirmed, prophesied truth. Y'all don't see it. Y'all don't see it. The past can predict the future. The products that was destined to come out and was predicted to come out decades before they did. Generations before they did. Shit. Back in the 50s and back in the 60s, we was predicting that we was gonna get Uber Eats and DoorDash. Generations before. Generations before DoorDash and Uber Eats existed. Way before pizza chains started doing like delivering your food. Predicted that generations before it even happened. and other sites that have been linked to delivering your food. The 50s and 60s, illustrations predicted that we was going to get that generations before it ever came out officially. And predicting that we was going to get smartphones. We was going to get smartphones. And the past predicted the future yet again in that part. And Back to the Future predicted 2 decades prior to 2015 that we was going to get hoverboards. And that is a fact. Look at the sources of what I am talking about. Look at them. Search them up. Research them. Research these sources about that. We even predicted that we was going to get flying cars or something like that, which that's still in a working development, and that prediction was being proselytized in the past. And guess what? It is going to happen much sooner than later. And the jetpacks thing, those are the very, very items that are already happening because they were predicted in the past. That's how it is. Because the prediction, like, I will continue to drive this truth and knowledge nail into y'all's skulls. The past predicts the future. The past predicts the future. And I'm just saying, the past predicts the future. And decades upon decades upon decades of the past predicting the future. Look at that book, 1984, which is a book that predicted the awful things going to go on in the future. And right now, every horrible thing is happening right now. Like I said, the past predicts the future. The past predicts the future. Ain't no motherfucking surprise there. The past fucking predicts the future. There is no lies in that whatsoever. Whatsoever. There's no lies in that whatsoever because the past predicts the future. But sadly, a lot of people make fun of those who can predict what will happen in the future. They mock them. They mock the prophets of predicting the future. They mock them. And lo and behold, their arrogant, snobby, cocky, conceited, and egotistical mockery is bashed back in their faces when they see the past predicting the future coming to pass and coming true. That's all I gotta say.